Ah, now look at you. You're finally awake. I'm sure you'll forgive my uneasy breathing. It took quite a lot out of me to bring you back and save your life. Also, ignore any peculiar sounds you might hear in the background. Strange things dwell in this place, not peculiar enough to be hostile. Mostly, I was beginning to lose hope. Congratulations on bringing it back to me. Yourself, and my hope, would have been quite the shame to have you gone after all the effort I put into bringing you back. You must be wondering who I am, what is my purpose here, and perhaps most importantly, why are you here? Those are questions I also have, but such things can wait. For what is hidden in the dark shall be revealed in the light, although they are more than an understandable set of questions. I shall not concern you with too many questions of my own, not just yet, anyway. I can tell you where you are though. I would be more than happy to do so, as I'm more than certain that is something you're wondering about. Indeed, that is if you've recovered from what had happened to you earlier. Today is your lucky day, it seems, for not only did I, who shall remain unnamed, save you, but you yourself got a second chance. Not everyone gets one of those. We dwell now under the grim greenness of the great oaks. Its beauty here is unmatched, even under the white starlight of this more than chilliest of nights. I was almost hesitant to light a fire, as the trees here have a mind of their own. I'm sure you understand. No need to make enemies where there are none. But the woodland's mind seemed content after I spoke to them of my reason for bringing you here. Ah yes, I'm getting off track. My apologies. Where we dwell now is the Fairywood, an emerald palace of unending woodland in the dark of this night. Melancholy dwells here, but a safeness too. You need not worry, for those with evil intent are driven out forthwith and quickly by the woodland and its deep dwellers. So you can be at ease about me as well, as long as you believe I'm telling the truth, that is. Those that seek its safety often have something they flee from, yet safe they become, for this is a place where the brightest light is enveloped into the darkest of depth. It is safe, yet best not dwell here in such places for too long. You do not know where the renowned Fairywood is, I see. Very well, we will have to get out one day, I suppose. You seem like the sheltered type, although I shall reserve my final judgment in the coming days, for most are not what they seem. You think that about me, that is clear. We all have our secret, something to hide. But of course, do not take this as an accusation, nor confirmation, although such things are mysteries, a mixture of intriguing and rather annoying. It is possible you may be dealing with amnesia, memory loss, but worry not, for what is lost may again be found, even in the unlikeliest of places. You're not far from this description, I can already tell, and if you haven't felt it, I have placed a bandage around your head, as it was previously leaking with more liquids than I would have liked after I found you. But regardless, the Fairywood is a place between Cahir and Fishir, the twin cities, not far from Wolf Rock. Oh, you do not know where those places are either. All right. Living sheltered and far away from the commonmost places, I suppose. Very well. Do not worry. We all must start somewhere. But you must have come from far, for your clothes are more than ragged. I would ask where you are from, but it's clear as Mirrorstone you are dealing with memory loss. You do not know. Such a shame. But something told too quickly ruins the ideas it could conjure. Who you are, what you have done, and most importantly, who you could be. Allow me to tell you what I know about you, at least. It may bring back a thing or two in your mind, or at the very least, pass the night away. It was midday when I found you. I was travelling on the main road, alone. My travel took quite some time. Through day and night I journeyed, through sleet and snow, rain and thunder, and more fire and battle than I would perhaps have preferred. Yet, here I am. And then on a day as clear as crystal, I saw you. Such a ragged state you were in, but no more ragged than those who beset you. You were passed out on the side of the road. You received a rather nasty knock to the head, which is probably what placed you in the world of dreams and now in the world of forget-me-most. Of course, it was likely your besetters who did this nasty knock to your head, or perhaps, more excitingly, it could have come from someone or something else. I warded them off, your besetters. They fled upon my approach, my sword shimmering white, like starlight in the midday sunshine glimmer. Having it drawn hurt naught of us, but I suppose those bandits were not entirely not left entirely in one piece, that is. Just my humour. But indeed, it was midday when I found you, your besetter's true intent left with them, along with your purse. And now are the hours of midnight, its chill soon to envelop the silent earth until the rise of the next day's golden dawn. Why did I save you, you must be thinking? Why would I put my life in danger for someone I know not? Then I shall answer. Do you honestly believe I would allow innocent people and paupers like yourself to be plundered and pillaged? Certainly not. Especially not on the main roads of all places. Certainly not. If a problem is not dealt with when it is small, perhaps soon it shall be a large problem. And who wants to deal with large problems? It would be a silly way to go, at the hands of a handful of penny-pinching fools. But after the bandits were said and done with, I cared for your wounds, then took you into the woods here, as to avoid the bandits on the road, until a better time for the both of us to move. I had no plan on leaving you for wolves, let alone bandits. Or worse. I suppose you do not know either those who beset you, but I do, and I am more than acquainted with them than I would like. They are called the Brigand Boys, nothing more than a rough rabble of common thieves and rabble-rousers. But even then, they have been causing trouble for more than a few years. The sooner they are dealt and done away with, the better. But they are slippery as snakes, with morals as low as slugs, hard to capture as fog. No, I do not plan on going after them. Not just yet, anyway, even if the temptation to do so is growing within me. I shall also give an apology for my sternness. It has been a long day for not only yourself, you see. Why do we not take some deep, restful breaths together to focus ourselves into an ease? The enchanted air should do us well. I shall do so and breathe. You are free to follow along to your heart's content, or not. We are free folk after all, even though some do not dare permit it. Let us begin. Very nice. There we are. Feel better? I certainly hope so. I suppose your head still hurts. But, even if it does not, that bandage is due for a change. I shall search my marching satchel and see if what dwells in it may help you. Okay. Let's see here. Excellent. Here we are. You are most certainly in luck. I shall drench this bandage with an enchanted elixir first. It should do well to further ease your unease. Then I shall wrap it around your head. There we are. It should be quite refreshing. Let me get near you, so that I may wrap it around you properly. Here we are. moments after saving you. There we are. Good. Just about done. Master craftsmanship on my part. Most certainly. Now with 2 birds with 1 stone. Healing and cleansing. Something we all need now and again. All know. Some more than others. There we are. Good as new. I suppose you're wondering what the elixir is. It is a concoction enchanted by the alchemists of blah blah, the water I mean. And yes, it is quite the title, blah blah. But I shall not insult them beyond need, for they have proven themselves loyal to moral causes, those usually being my own. Perhaps this enchantment upon the rags is why you still live, and why I still had the strength to carry you into this wood, despite my journey beforehand, as I did consume the elixir regularly with my drinking water. I took plenty upon my leaving off. Oh well, you need not worry about such details. Just know their enchantment is why you are still here today. Either that, or your skull is thicker than I thought. Not an insult, of course. A curse that saves you is no longer a curse, but a blessing. Never too late to count your lucky stars, of course. The right person in the right place can make all the difference in the realm. Remember that also, even if at this moment you have trouble doing so. But regardless, you will get better, one small step at a time, no matter how pitiful it may seem, since what else can mere humans do? I'm sure you'll forgive my preaching. A lesson is not fully learned until it is shared with others, and no, I am not a mystic, nor an alchemist, nor have I attended the School of Magic at Wolf Rock. I do, however, admit I have a deep love for poetry and philosophy. I wish I could formulate a reason as to why my love for these things runs so deep, but none come to mind. I suppose some things go deeper than mere thought or feeling, and I suppose such words formed rightly from such things have a mysticism about them. Do you not agree? One right word at the right time can make all the difference. Words may drive others into action or inaction, or more importantly, ourselves, and this may be for good or ill. But I shall not stroke my love for linguistics any further. You do not know the School of Magic, nor the kingdom where it dwells. I see. Then worry not. Geographical prowess is not needed at this moment. Just rest and easement of the mind. Trivialities need not dwell here. Nor does fear, nor enemies. Only peace and rest linger in this wood, saturates it. Although the fire shall die down soon, and we shall meet the midnight frost. But worry not. I shall continue to dwell next to you, so may sleep take us both before the cold, as the father of the woodland has given all he bids to me. But worry not about such things, for the wood father also bestows blessings of safe rest upon all within the wood. Now we shall sleep. When we awake, however, I shall reveal more about myself, and perhaps you shall do the same about yourself. You have my promise on that. And a good night. Until then, good night.